Hey y'all, this is a perfect time to do a quick review on the Burmese okra. I got these seeds from Baker Creek Seed. I told you I would do a review and I'm going to do it now. I've been gone for 3 or 4 days. I don't think this has been picked since, so that's why I want to show it to you now, because I can show you a few things that's kind of cool about this plant. You'll see in an upcoming video I am saving seed for the Okinawa Pink over there. That video will come later in the fall when the seeds are mature. But a point about the seed pods, these were let go. I don't think I'll let them go to seed. I don't know. Kind of hate not to now though. But look at how this ginormous these things are in diameter and in length. These are impressive, and that's from, I picked these clean, y'all, like 3 or 4 days ago. Maybe they've even been picked once since then, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest. I don't know what I'll do with the big ones, you'll see in just a second, but we'll get some of the eating size okra, and yeah, we'll do that. Before we pick it, I just saw this, show you the pollinators here. Whoop. What do you think was going to happen? Anyway, they love them. Before I pick it, we'll get another look at the row from this angle. These were planted late, y'all. They're not so tall, but they've been really productive. So I decided to save the seed, even though I don't want them or don't need them, because I just can't bring myself to cut those. I'll cut some of them off, but those, the biggest ones I'm going to leave. I can still change my mind and come back and cut them later. But right now, I just can't bring myself to do it. So, move on down. Got a few to look at here in comparison. Remember, these missed a few days of picking, so there's a lot of big ones that are too big. No big deal. I just want to show you the Okinawa Pink next to these. This is probably one of the way too big Okinawa Pinks, and here's some of the way too big Burmese. Okay, so we're going to start out with the perfect okra, and before I get started on this, it might be helpful if you watch, to cross-reference videos, if you watch the video on the Okinawa Pink. I'll put it up there somewhere, but I talk a lot about the size that you want to pick them and sort of the qualities of it, and you can see these at different stages in the plant cycle as well. But in that video I said old timers would tend to pick their okra this size or smaller. So I've got 2 baby pods. Now you'll notice this one is bigger, and old timer might tell you that's too big. These start out the gate bigger. They're bigger in diameter when they start out the gate, and they just grow completely different. I would say that the Burmese is more of a primitive old school type okra, and with that being said, it would be really great for homesteading, but I wouldn't probably grow this to sell. Like, in fact, I know I wouldn't. But let's just do a test. I'm checking for stringiness. This is still pretty good at the baby stage. These plants are getting older, quality's sort of changing. This is at the primo stage for the Burmese. Pretty good. To me, most okras have the same taste. This is actually more tender than this is at this point. So let's go pretty extreme. That's a huge pot of okra as compared. These are probably close to the same age. Okinawa Pink, Burmese. Again, I'm checking for stringiness and just overall how tender it is and quality. it's stringy straight out the gate. Actually, this is still edible. Wouldn't be my first pick at all, but this is edible. It's not too stringy, but let's go with this guy. Just as I suspected, this is a lot more tender. It feels more tender when I'm handling it and bending it and breaking it. No strings, still fine. Here's my theory on the place for the Burmese. Like I said, I wouldn't grow this to sell. It is a really impressive plant, and I think it would be great for homestead use. When I picked the Burmese just now, and I picked the Okinawan. The Okinawan by far out yielded the Burmese, but I'm still been getting plenty from the Burmese. It would be enough for, you know, family to eat off of a small row. But these pods being bigger like this out the gate, I think that they may lend themselves better to soups or jambalaya, stuff like that. You're going to have a bigger in diameter size of okra, and to me it just would make more sense for that type of cooking. One thing I want to point out is they are heavily branched plants, really strong weight supporting branches, which is what you want for the yield. Look, I missed one. That one's really good for eating. But you can see really substantial branches, really substantial trunk size. This has nothing to do with the production except for the fact that the limbs are sturdier than, say, on the Okinawa Pink, so they can support production there really well. But I have a theory that in this no-dig system, this is something I want to start looking at, but with these long-lived, huge trunk plants, there's no doubt a really big root system below that, or otherwise it wouldn't support such a massive plant. And when I get done, I would cut this off at the ground, and those roots would be in there. And as those roots decay, okra is a deep rooting plant and a wide rooting plant. I think that those decaying roots would just be like a massive 4-lane highway going way down into the soil column. Burmese okra, from my point of view, great old school heirloom okra. I think it would be great for homesteading. Hope y'all got some use out of that. I appreciate you watching. Y'all be good. Bye.